sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Toss left to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Rolling to his right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open hole.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say it was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Butker pulled it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Prescott's throw taken in by Jarwin.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Mahomes now on the sneak, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Mahomes firing complete, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Kelsey out in the slot right. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, we're able to be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 12, Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes will throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just... Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6.
Here we go. Mike 49. 54. Bandit.
Prescott now. Flush to his right. And right away he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. And he's got some space here.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? ones in to take it in the other way and try to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Touchdown! Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to the veteran Emmanuel Sanders. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw. Prescott forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
49 to Mike, 49. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day. All day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Prescott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott from 3 yards out. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Trevon Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Touchdown! Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flushed out right. And he'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This to Jarwin, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big gain there for the Bills.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Flush to his right.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Klein, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. 3rd and long for Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Allen now looks to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Elliott, toss right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
49. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Prescott to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Into the hands of Singletary. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Allen. Flushed out right. It's caught by Sanders. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Bulldozes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before.
But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Elliott. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Flushed out right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
But they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 3rd. 23. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. 0, going to 53.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott dancing to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterback. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Calais Campbell on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he's got room. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Toss left to Elliott. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This for the lead in the final stages. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Jackson. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jackson to throw.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed